Hey, it's Ty with Credit Suite, and in this short video, we're going to talk a little bit more about how you can get a business loan even with bad credit. So there's a lot of available financing available to you based on your business strength. So as long as you have a strength to offset the weakness of having challenged personal credit, well, then you can typically get approved for a business loan. And this is also called in the lending world compensating factors. So, if you have bad credit, if you have other factors that are redeeming qualities that can be used as lendable strengths, then that can easily offset the fact that you have credit issues. So one strength, for example, is that your business may have consistent cash flow. So with this strength, if you can supply 6 months worth of bank statements that show consistent deposits, and if you manage your bank account responsibly and have been in business 1 year or longer, well then you can get approved regardless of personal credit quality. So no matter how bad your personal credit is, there's cash flow financing available for you based on the strength that you have, consistent deposits, and that you manage your bank account responsibly. You can typically get about 10 to 12% of your revenue advanced to you. So for example, if your annual revenue is, $200,000 a year, well then you can get about 20 or 25,000 in financing just by a simple review of your bank statements. And the cool part about this is that you can get funding in as little as 72 hours. Actually, we've got clients that have got funding in as little as 24 hours with this program, and you don't need any kind of collateral, you don't need tax returns for approval, and you don't need to have good personal credit. Like I said, in a lot of cases, your personal credit's not even reviewed. Now, if you have receivables from another business or the government, so for example, if you're fulfilling orders, but your clients take you sometimes weeks or months to get paid, well, you can get account receivable financing where, instead of waiting weeks or months to get paid, 80% of what's owed could be advanced to you from the lender within 24 hours. Now, you've got to be in business 1 year, and the receivables have to come from another business or the government. And the discount rate on this kind of financing is really low, 1.25% to 5%, and it doesn't even look at personal credit, so you can get approved regardless of your personal credit quality. Now, if you have inventory, well, then you can get low rate financing using your inventory to qualify. You actually get a credit line. It's one of the only credit lines you're going to find out there that you can get approved for regardless of personal credit quality. And you'll need about 500,000 in inventory to be able to qualify and get approved, but there's no collateral requirements and there's no credit requirements either to be able to get approved. Now, you can also use equipment that you own free and clear to get approved for financing, even with challenged personal credit, even with bad personal credit. Now, you'll typically need the first month's payment, the last month's payment to get approved, and you could typically get a loan up to about $2 million. Now, along this line, even with challenged credit, you can also get equipment financing. So not only can you borrow against equipment you already own to get a loan, but you can also get financing to buy equipment that you need to use for your business as well. So a couple different options when it comes to equipment financing. Now, if you have a 401k or IRA, well, then you can get approved for as much as 100% of the value of that 401k or IRA and pay an interest rate of 5% or less. And there's no cash flow requirements, there's no collateral requirements, and there's no credit requirements either. So as long as you have the 401k, you don't need any other kind of collateral, you don't need cash flow, and you don't need to have good personal credit to get approved. You can also use stocks and bonds to qualify. So there's also a securities-based financing program where you can get a credit line for as much as 90% of the value of your stocks and bonds. And even with this program, you still keep your stocks invested where they are. You still earn the interest returns. With the 401 program, there's no penalties from the IRS. It's based on IRS proven strategies. So some really good options to get very low rate financing regardless of personal credit. Now, you can also exchange a percentage of ownership in your business for financing as well. And this is called equity financing. So you've seen a lot of this on the show Shark Tank, right? Where somebody comes in, they have a great idea, and the sharks will then lend them money for a percentage of ownership in their company. Now, credit is not an issue. It's not even looked at in most cases. Equity investors are really looking for a tested, proven concept. They really want you to have sales so they know that what you're actually proposing, your product, your idea actually works as you say it may. Now, there's also a lot of sites for crowdfunding out there, and this type of funding gathers money from a crowd or a lot of people instead of one big investor. And if the crowd likes your idea, idea, well, then they can donate a lot of money to your project. Much of crowdfunding doesn't need to be paid back. And in most platforms, it doesn't need to be paid back at all. In some cases, part of the crowdfunding is them pre-ordering. So they're giving you the money in advance to be able to fulfill the product. And many investors are people in the beginning. So with crowdfunding, you've probably heard before of projects going viral, and we see them in the news, we see them all over. But in those cases, a lot of times people were bringing in people they knew as the original investors, and then other people from the crowd started to then contribute. Now, business credit, you can obtain really high limit accounts in your business name that's linked to your EIN, not your personal social, and it's not based on personal credit. As a matter of fact, to get approved, there's not even a personal credit check. You're basically starting with some vendor accounts who initially will offer you credit. Then they report that credit to the business credit reporting agencies. That creates trade lines, a credit profile, and a credit score. And then your new profile and score are basically used to then move forward and get credit. Now, newly obtained credit is based on the company's credit per the EIN, not your personal social security number. So personal credit doesn't matter as the credit's linked to your EIN instead of your personal social. And this can net you $10, $20, $30, $40,000 limit credit cards at most major retail stores like Walmart and Costco, Amazon, Sunoco, Apple, and most other retailers. And it can also net you fleet credit cards, Visa cards, MasterCards. You can even use business credit to get auto vehicle financing in your business name without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. So, hopefully you find this information helpful. If you like this video, then please make sure you like the video and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/credit suite. And there you're going to find our 30 to 60 minute coaching sessions, our longer coaching sessions, where we really map out the types of other financing you can secure, exactly what it takes to get approved and how to get approved for loans and credit lines, where you need to go to get approved. We even map out the exact steps for you to build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number. So please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video.